Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright. Welcome back. This is the part 2 video of today's group energy healing recap video. And I already did the intro video, and this is part 2 because it's me starting to walk you through the actual techniques that I used in today's triplet healing. And there were 5 steps overall in today's healing. So this video will detail steps 1 through 3. And as I said in the intro, overall, the point of steps 1 through 3 was to help people with presence, flow of their energy, safety to a certain point, and just cleaning out energy that doesn't belong in their energy field. And I did a lot of the healing on people, but then also I asked people to have their angels do parts of the healing as well, which is nice because angels are insanely capable. And I think it's just nice too, because then you get used to asking your angels for healings. You know, because you can't go, oh yeah, Janet, can you give me healing today? You know, like out of nowhere, right? But you can say that to your angels and they will do it. So that's those 2 reasons are why I like to incorporate that stuff in these healings. But anyway, so let's get going. So step 1 is an old process, well, somewhat old process. What, like old for me is like 3 weeks. But anyway, we did Divine Gold Sandstorm with Tricolor Earth Energy Soak. And that is a 20-minute video, but I will walk you through right now a sample version of the walkthrough of it. Sample walkthrough version? Whatever. In other words, I'm not going to do the whole process because that already exists in a video. But I will do like a third of it with you, just because I like how it feels, and I think it's great for everybody to do together right now, because it centers you and it helps you get a lot more present, and so that way you'll understand more about the rest of the video. Okay, so and then we did do a new twist, a new sort of part in the Divine Gold Sandstorm with Tricolor Earth Energy Soak, called, I call it Chakra Bloom, which I think I may have said in one other video, like, but not recently. It's this term called Chakra Bloom. And, you know, the angels and I just kind of made it up, but it's cool. It's nice. So we'll get to that very shortly. Okay, so, first, just be aware of how wide your aura is. You know, mine is probably even a little wider than that, but I'm trying to show you. And so just be aware your aura is all around you. Just think about it. It goes above you, behind you, to either side. It goes below your body. And just create a big wide grounding. If you already have a grounding, notice how wide it was. Mine was not as wide as my whole aura, even though that's my goal. It had kind of drawn in a couple layers. So it drew itself in like maybe 10 inches. So I'm going to redo my grounding and again, make it with my mindfulness, with my intention. I'm going to make it nice and wide as my whole aura. And I think, I mean, I would recommend, we're just going to do one color right now. Even though the full process is first red, then orange, then yellow. So I'm going to do red, because that's what my angels suggest. So make a big red grounding all the way around. And if you want, in this little one color walkthrough, you could choose orange or yellow, or red. So big red grounding, that's as wide as your aura, and it goes as high as your 3rd chakra, which is right here. Your sternum bone goes down here, and when that ends, that's where your 3rd chakra is, which is good for productivity and good sleep, which, you know, yay. So it's like these contrasts: when you're awake, being productive and managing your time, and when you're asleep, sleeping deeply. because it helps you rev up and rev down your third chakra. Okay, so anyway, so your grounding goes as high as your third chakra, nice and red, and it stays wide and goes all the way down to the center of the earth, the core of planet Earth. So just anchor it down there and make sure it's nice and wide all the way down there. I'm kind of pulling on the end of it, you know, down at the core of the earth, just to assure myself it's connected, but just with your intention, that's good enough. I just think it's kind of fun to yank on it a little. I'm such a kid. That's what happens when you bring back your innocence. Anyway, so then just bring up, so that's just grounding, which is great for letting go of whatever you need to let go of in your aura too. That's why we make it nice and wide. But then the soak part, you bring up an extra amount of red earth energy or orange or yellow, whichever your grounding is, all the way from the center of the earth, and just bring it up and soak your whole aura, your body, all the way in your red earth energy or orange or yellow. And you don't have to move your arms, even though, yeah, sometimes when I do it by myself and I'm not making a video, I will raise my hands anyway, just because, I don't know, it makes it more real for me. But I could do it without my hands. And so just sit there. That's the soak part, that you just sit there and kind of sponge up the earth energy, the red earth energy, or orange or yellow. And you may feel a difference and you may not. But if you don't feel a difference, it doesn't mean it's not working. It just means you really need to do this. It just means maybe you're a little disconnected, and so it's helping you release, but you can't feel the release. But me, I can feel the release. I feel like less shoulder tension. I feel less tightness around my tummy. I feel like more relaxed around my facial head muscles, skull muscles. So fun stuff. And that's an earth energy soak, and you can leave that up all the time if you want. But the Divine Gold Sandstorm part is quite fun as well. And for that, I like to imagine a copy of my energy field out in front of me. So go ahead and make a copy of your energy field out in front of you. So adorable, you know, round bubble for your aura. And then your grounding, you know, just make a mini copy. So your grounding starts at your third chakra, and then it goes all the way down to the center of the earth, right? But the copy gets smushed so you can see it all easily, right? So this is your grounding right there. And so Divine Gold Sandstorm is you create these little bits of gold light, universal gold healing energy, like sand, that just spin around like a sandstorm. And with your divine assistance from your angels, you have this agreement with your angels that they're gonna, if you knock something out of your energy field with the sandstorm of gold light, then they're gonna take care of it for you if it needs taken care of. Like if it's some negative spirit, your angels will recycle the spirit. Or if it's like your neighbor's energy and you knock it out of your space, your angels will make sure it goes back to your neighbor rather than, you know, hang out on your couch or something. So you want to use this Divine Gold Sandstorm in your grounding in particular. It's so cool in your grounding because you can imagine, like, imagination and psychic perception is much more flexible than people realize. I promise. And so have the parts of your grounding that are kind of clogged just kind of jump out at you, you know, and you know, have them be really noticeable. So for me, you know, there's like this, all the outer edges, you know, I'm noticing. So I'm just putting extra sandstorm around the outer edges of my grounding. And that's what I did in the healing. And that's what we do in that 20-minute walkthrough video too. Divine Gold Sandstorm with Tricolor Earth Energy Soak, which is in the Quick Techniques playlist. Which, you know, it's arguable whether 20 minutes is quick or not, but let's say it is. Once you learn it though, you can do like a little quick version in your own, you know, for like 2 minutes. But anyway, so this is the one color Divine Gold Sandstorm with Tricolor Earth Energy Soak. You're soaking in the earth energy, and then you have your sandstorm scouring out everything that's not you from your chakras, you know. So I kind of thought of people's chakras and helped unblock their chakras with that gold light from the Divine Gold Sandstorm. And with a chakra, you know, as I show you sometimes, this is like a little, you know, enlarged physical model to show a chakra, right, an energy center. And so I healed the 7 major chakras along the physical spine, and then the 7 major ones along the astral body spine, but I didn't really, you know, I just imagined them all together. And so there's a round opening and then another round opening. You know, I mean, this is a cup, so that's not open, but it should be if it were a chakra. So, because you want energy to flow in and then flow out. This one, it flows in and flows out. But all these, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they flow in and out the back. In the front and out the back. But that is explained in a ton of detail in my 3-video set. 7 chakras, aura layers, flow. 7 chakras, aura layers, flow. So anyway, I did, though, as you know, as you can do in your copy, just extra gold light up and down all the 7 chakras, because you want to get rid of like the blockages around the round openings and the blockages, the energy blocks like around the outer part of the chakra, because all that keeps the chakra, it makes it so hard for it to do its job. And its job, part of its job is to whoosh out this beautiful color of energy into the aura layer. So like, for example, your heart chakra right here, its job, part of its job is to whoosh out all this beautiful, if you set it to green, then it whooshes out all this beautiful green energy to fill up your 4th layer with self-acceptance, self-love, enthusiasm, motivation, you know, wonderful, wonderful stuff, right? And so the more you clean it out, the more you clean it out, the more you heal it, eventually it just, you can kind of see it and it's more colorful. I mean, if you could see energy, which I can, but I didn't used to be able to. So just imagine, you know, but the more you clear it out, you're just like, oh, wait, I think the color's happening more, the color's more. Because if it's got all that caked up energy around it, you know, the blocks, you can't really see the color of it well. And so sometimes that's why newbies can't see their chakras too well, because they're all like gucked up. But anyway, so the more you clear it, then it's like the chakra blooms and all of a sudden, whoosh, whoosh, you know, this big whoosh of energy goes into the aura layer. And it's like, you know, really colorful and beautiful. And so that's what I did in all the chakras. I helped everybody have that level of, you know, function in their chakra. So it was so unblocked on the round, in the round openings and around the sides, that it bloomed. And so for the 7th, the purple one in the top, you know, you heal it enough, you know, let's just do that one maybe. So your 7th chakra in the top of your head, you know, it's tiny, actually, it's right in there, like right there in there. But it looks like this, right? Round opening and round opening. So the more you unblock those round openings, you just imagine a 3D copy out in front of you of just your 7th chakra. And, you know, if you're more advanced and you know that there are 2 sets and therefore 2 7th chakras, one for your physical body and one for your spirit body, then just imagine they're both together, okay, for this. But you just keep healing it and unblocking it, you know, unblock the round opening, and then melt away with the gold light from your hands, all the caked on energy. And then at some point, it just kind of goes and it blooms more. And so you just get this sense of like an abundance of energy, you know, in your 7th layer now, the outermost layer, because this chakra in the top of your head generates that outermost layer. So if you set with your intention this 7th chakra to purple, then when you get your chakra bloom, it's like, you know, all this purple. You know, before it may have been like, you know, 70% purple, 30% black, you know, but then when you get your chakra bloom going, it kind of knocks everything out that's not purple. I mean, not like perfect, but maybe now it's like 91% purple and the rest, you know, various colors that shouldn't be there. So anyway, I did that because the tricolor earth energy soak, you know, bring up red, and then I do the Divine Gold Sandstorm, and then I bring up orange and do Divine Gold Sandstorm, and I bring up yellow, and then I do Divine Gold Sandstorm. So it's a lot of cleansing and releasing that people are doing. So by the time I got to yellow, that's when I did the chakra bloom. And it was really kind of fun, you know, just to clear it enough so that, you know, people got a lot more energy. Because I did notice, like, a lot of the participants were a little depleted, you know, so, you know, that's why it was more important to get the chakra bloom, you know, because chakras generate energy. So if you feel depleted, something's wrong, because you have your own, like, power stations, you know, a chakra generates energy. So you should be able to generate all the energy you need. That's why this one energy geek, I mean, she's really sweet and she likes the videos and she's like, oh, I'm sending you love and light. And I'm like, well, you know, please don't, because I know that sounds antisocial, but I mean, the thing is, I have chakras, you know, and I heal them. So I generate all the energy I need. And then my angels heal me too, you know, and plus some people don't know what they're sending with the love and light. They think they're sending, you know, this pure wonderfulness, but they're also sending their life force, which then makes me feel weird, you know, because like 20 people are doing it, and you know, so I prefer that people don't send me any energy. But anyway, so that's what we did. We did chakra bloom, and that was step 1. So it was really the Divine Gold Sandstorm with Tricolor Earth Energy Soak, which is a video, but it was so cleansing, and I focused so much on unblocking the chakras that, you know, each chakra had its like chakra bloom time, where it just sent out a whole bunch more energy into that layer, which again, as I said, helps with having more energy and feeling less depleted. Okay, so then the second step, thankfully, is really quick, because otherwise this video would be too long. But the second step is just redoing the gold energy aura buffer zones. And if you watch these, you know all about your gold energy aura buffer zones. And if you don't feel bashful. It is a 16-minute video. And, you know, I was wondering if that's the one video, if you're only going to ever watch one other video of mine. Yeah, I would say that's my pick for you. I mean, I hope you watch more of my videos, but anyway, Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones is a 16-minute video, and it's huge for energy self-defense. Very practical and easy to use technique that you can redo in an instant. You have to watch the 16-minute video to learn it, but then after that, it just takes a second to redo your Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones, which are big 6 feet all around you, flowing force fields that you create of universal gold healing energy that you attach to the outside of your aura to protect you, so that when you have somebody who's bitter or envious or hateful or whatever throwing energy at you, and you may think you don't have people like that, but you probably do. Somebody, like some really off kind of relative or an ex-boyfriend or a boss or a neighbor, or you never know, right? So then they throw energy, but the buffer zone catches it, and so your aura doesn't get destroyed, and then you just keep remaking your buffer zones. Okay, great. So that was easy. So if you know how to redo those, just recreate your set right now, because that's what we did in the healing. And if you don't know, because you haven't yet watched that video, just ask your angels. Angels, please redo my gold energy aura buffer zones. Or if that's really long and confusing, just say gold buffer zones, because your angels know what it is. So just say, angels, please redo my gold buffer zones. Nice. Okay. So then step 3 was simple but cool and kind of detailed and fun all at once. And I'm gonna walk you through it right now, but I will, I think, make it a quick techniques playlist video as well. So I will edit it into a mini video for later. But anyway, the first thing is something we've done for a while, which is also a little 3-minute video in the quick techniques playlist, which is to ask angels to clean out planetary darkness from your body, mind, and spirit. So let's do that first. And then we did some really neat modifications on that. Really neat. So All right, so, and it's so easy because your angels are doing all the work for you. So, and you have angels even if you didn't know you had them, and they can hear you perfectly because angels are cool like that. So they hear your thoughts. So if you say angels, bum, ba, dum, ba, dum, they hear whatever you're saying. So just go ahead and, you know, say some form of this in your mind. It's not like a, you know, you have to say every word perfectly, but, you know. So ask your angels, angels, please clean out planetary darkness energy from my body, mind, and spirit. And while they're doing that, I mean, you can breathe, you know, definitely. You can stretch, you can move around. You can even have like an affirmation while they're doing that. I can let go. All right. So, even if you didn't feel that physically, it did help. And as I said, just because you didn't feel it, that just means you may be less present than someone who can physically feel it. But the more you work this stuff, the more you get present and the more you feel every little thing that you do. So then the next step of this was asking angels to clean out planetary darkness. And planetary darkness is sort of a catch-all term for, you know, negative spirits and, yeah, I guess basically that's it. Negative spirits. Planetary darkness. So it's not people, you know, it's negative spirits. But anyway, so ask angels to clean out planetary darkness from your home. And then we did some other cool ones too, but we did this one at a time. It wasn't like I said, body, mind, spirit, home, blah, blah, blah. No, we did body, mind, spirit first. And then, cause that's kind of a big deal. And then we did it. We said, okay, angels, please clean out planetary darkness energy from my home. And then, you know, just relax and breathe and let your angels do that. And you could think about letting go while they do that too, because if you're kind of gripping onto your victim patterns or whatever, then it won't release as much from your home. So angels, please clean out planetary darkness energy from my home. All right, I love that one. It's funny because both my husband and I, my husband gets these healings, you know, he's a conscious triplet participant on all the healing sets. And I, you know, that step in the healing I did along with everybody. So our house is like the house that we rent, and the land around it is like really cleaned out today. Because both he and I asked our angels, you know, as part of today's healing, to clean up planetary darkness energy from our home. So it's funny, I forgot all about it, and then right after the healing I took the dogs out, and this whole part of the yard next to one of our neighbors is like really a lot better looking, and I was like, wow, what happened here? And then I remembered, oh yeah, in the healing the angels cleaned out planetary darkness energy, and like our trash cans have like a much better energy. I have yet to look in the garage, but I have a feeling the garage is gonna look much nicer, you know, not like a garage, you know. I mean, you know, they don't take broom and mop to the place, you know, the angels, but they do shift the energy, which is really nice. Okay, cool. So then the next modification was, we did this all together, and it was angels, please clean out planetary darkness energy from my transportation. So like your car, if you have a car, or cars, multiple cars, or if you take a bus or a train, then just, you know, your angels will handle sprucing up the transit system for you. To the extent that they can. I mean, you know, if it's a communal transit system, but they, you know, it would help though anyway. So from your transportation and from your workplace or your school. So kids, how cool is that? And you know, people that work from home, then they just extra clean out your home office space. But people that work in a communal office space, they will clean out to the extent that they can your workplace. So, so you would say, angels, please clean out planetary darkness energy from my transportation and my workplace or my school, whichever applies. And angels are really thorough too. Like, cause my angels were just cleaning up my home office space and my little desk area, and they cleaned out some of my stuck energy too. Cause I didn't really have many negative spirits around there, cause I just asked them to clean it out this morning. So I guess, you know, they wanted to do more, so they just cleaned out some of my energy blocked, you know, cause you can kind of deposit some of your resistance or your procrastination energy, or leave some of your life force if you're like, oh, I have to do that, you know, and so you can leave, you know, stuck parts of your energy in locations. So that is nice to clean that up too. Okay. And after that, step 3, we just did this teeny little version of the step 1. So we did a 2-color. Instead of a 3-color, we did a 2-color just because that was all that was needed. We did orange, then red of the tricolor earth energy soak with the Divine Gold Sandstorm. So we'll just do one of those colors now. I'm going to do orange. So bring up, you know, think of your grounding, nice, big and wide as your whole aura. And I'm going to make mine orange and let it go all the way down to the core of the earth and stay wide and flowing downwards so you can release whatever you need to release. And then bring up that extra amount of earth energy just like the trees do in the forest, which is why forests are so comforting. Well, one of probably a dozen reasons why forests are so comforting. But anyway, just bring up a lot of extra earth energy, which just naturally happens with the grounding and your intention. And so it's orange or red or yellow if you want, and just bring it up, soak your body, soak your whole aura, even above your head, maybe even especially above your head, with the orange earth energy, and just sit there and then have that copy out in front of you so that you can kind of comb through with the Divine Gold Sandstorm. And so you send all those little bits of spinning gold light to knock out anything that's not you, and also to gently but really kind of thoroughly clear out stuff that you're ready to let go of. And you can say, I can let go, I can let go. Because several clients have confirmed that that works for them better. You know, when they're healing themselves and they think about letting go, they end up releasing a lot more. And it's true for me, and I see it in the healings too. So I can let go, I can let go. All right, great. So good job, guys. We just did step 1, 2, and 3 of the healing today. We did a sample version of the Divine Gold Sandstorm with tricolor earth energy soak, and we did the chakra bloom process, you know, where the chakras kind of burst out. They're so liberated and they're more functional, so they generate a lot more energy for each layer of your aura. And then we did redo gold energy aura buffer zones, and then we cleaned out planetary darkness. Well, we had the angels do it, but from your body, mind, spirit, and your home, and your transportation, and your workplace, or your school. So you can just pat yourself on the back right now. That was awesome. All right, so stay tuned for the third video. The third video is going to be timeline healing for restoring safety and playfulness Yay! Bye!